Why do some of the richest people you'll ever meet look like they shop at Target and drive a 10-year-old car? No flashy chains, no luxury getaways, no "I made it" posts on Instagram, just calm, quiet, unbothered wealth. Meanwhile, the loudest people in the room, usually the ones barely getting by. So how does this happen? More importantly, how can you build wealth without turning it into a performance? In the next 5 minutes, you'll learn 10 strategies that the quietly rich use to stack wealth under the radar. No flexing required, because here's the truth: money talks, but real wealth whispers. Let's get into it. Number 10, play defense. Before you play offense, everyone wants to make more money, but few protect the money they already have. Quietly wealthy people don't just earn more, they lose less. That means no impulsive purchases, no lifestyle upgrades every time a raise hits. They track their expenses like a hawk, they avoid debt traps, and they pause before making any big money moves. Defense keeps you in the game, offense helps you win, but if you're leaking money every month, you'll never reach freedom. 9. Own more, owe less. Here's a simple rule: if it makes you money, keep it. If it drains you every month, rethink it. Rich but unbothered people own things that pay them back. A vending machine, a rental unit, even dividend stocks. They don't chase liability-heavy status symbols. They'd rather own 100% of a quiet business than 0% of clout. 8. Make your money invisible. You don't have to see every dollar you earn. Set up auto transfers. Move money to an investment account the second it hits your checking. Split your income. One account for life, one for legacy. The less accessible your wealth is, the more it quietly grows in the background, out of sight, out of temptation. 7. Stay boring on the outside, brilliant on the inside. No one suspects the guy in plain sneakers. The goal isn't to look rich, it's to be rich and still be able to walk through a crowd without anyone bothering you. You'd be surprised how many people with $2 million in the bank still use an Android and cook at home. They're not broke, they're just not broadcasting. 6. Build a life that doesn't need escaping. Ever notice how people who aren't happy with their lives spend more? More on drinks, more on vacations, more on distractions. Quietly wealthy people? They love their day-to-day. They design their schedule with intention. If your everyday life feels peaceful, fun, and free, you won't need to treat yourself every weekend just to survive. 5. Know the power of saying no. No to random brunches that blow your budget. No to financing things you can't afford. No to fake pressure from people who aren't paying your bills. The quiet wealthy have a habit of making long-term decisions, even when they're not fun in the short term. They're not cheap, they're just focused. 4. Use simplicity as a superpower. No complicated budgets, no trying to time the stock market. They keep things simple. Save a portion of every dollar. Invest automatically. Live below their means. Repeat. Complexity confuses, simplicity scales. 3. Let your assets speak for you. Anyone can say they're successful, but silently wealthy people don't need to explain themselves. Their assets do the talking. They let time and compounding create the evidence. No arguments, no announcements, just receipts. You'll never see them post a screenshot of their net worth, but it's there and growing. 2. Play long-term games with long-term people. Here's a pattern. Loud wealth hangs out with other loud wealth. They show off to each other until the money runs out. Quiet wealth, it plays the long game. It surrounds itself with people who understand patience, discipline, and peace. If your friends pressure you to look rich, they're probably not building anything real. 1. Choose freedom over flex. At the end of the day, stealth wealth isn't about hiding. It's about choosing freedom over attention. Freedom to wake up when you want. Freedom to walk away from bad deals. Freedom to build a rich life on your terms. And when you have that, you won't care what anyone thinks. You just learn 10 ways to quietly build wealth, the kind that doesn't need approval or applause. Now here's the real challenge. Will you keep chasing status, or will you build something that lasts? If this hit home, subscribe to the channel and drop a lock in the comments if you're choosing stealth over stunting this year. Stay focused.